Do not let your difficulties fill you with anxiety. After all, it is only in the darkest nights that the stars shine more brilliantly. Nothing hurts a good soul and a kind heart more than to live amongst people who cannot understand it. Patience is of two kinds: patience over what pains you, and patience against what you covet. A wise man always has something to say, whereas a fool always needs to say something. The best deed of a great man is to forgive and forget. The strongest among you is the one who controls his anger. A man's worth depends upon the nobility of his aspiration. Knowledge is a shield, truthfulness is might, ignorance is abasement, understanding is glory, generosity is success. Good behavior causes friendship. He who has knowledge about his time, ambiguous things do not attack him. He who trusts the world betrays him. In prosperity, our friends know us. In adversity, we know our friends. Backbiting is the attempt of one who is incapable of doing better himself. The moment you start arguing with an ignorant fool, you have already lost. A friend cannot be considered a friend until he is tested in 3 occasions: in time of need, behind your back, and after your death. A person's worth depends on the object of his pursuit. Live amongst people in such a manner that if you die, they weep over you, and if you are alive, they crave for your company. To fight against one's desires is the greatest of all fights. The greatest wealth is contentment with little. One who forgives in advance will be forgiven in the end. A man is free except for what he binds himself. Anger is like a ball of fire, but if you swallow it, it's sweeter than honey. Sorrow will not last forever. It is like the rain. It will come and go, and your sun will shine again. A wise man's true wealth is the good he does in this world. A contented person is the one who enjoys the scenery along the detours. Do not grieve over what has passed, unless it makes you work harder for what is about to come. Your friends are 3, and your enemies are 3. Your friends are your friend, the friend of your friend, and the enemy of your enemy. Your enemies are your enemy, the enemy of your friend, and the friend of your enemy. The tongue is like a lion. If you let it loose, it will wound someone. Be like the flower that gives its fragrance to even the hand that crushes it. The mind is a fertile garden. Whatever seed you plant in it will grow and bear fruit. The best way to defeat your enemy is to make him your friend. Live amongst people in such a way that if you die, they weep over you, and if you are alive, they crave your company. A person who has no patience has no wisdom. When you are in a position to help someone, be glad and do it willingly. The greatest of richness is the richness of the soul. Do not let your difficulties fill you with anxiety. After all, it is only in the darkest nights that the stars shine more brilliantly. A man's actions determine his destiny. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. Your mind is a weapon. Keep it loaded with knowledge. The world is 3 days. As for yesterday, it has vanished, along with all that was in it. As for tomorrow, you may never see it. As for today, it is yours. So work in it. A man is known by the company he keeps. Life consists of 2 days, one for you and one against you. So, when it's for you, Don't be proud or reckless, and when it's against you, be patient, for both days are a test for you. The heart is a sanctuary at times, and at others, a prison of its own making. Knowledge is not what is memorized, but what benefits. Make your silence your ally and your words your slave. Your actions speak louder than your words. A moment of patience and a moment of anger saves you 100 moments of regret. The one who pursues a lie can never reach his destination. Do not let your ego get in the way of your progress. A wise man always learns from others' mistakes. A fool always learns from his own. The doors of success are opened by patience. A true friend is one who is there for you. The true measure of a person's worth is how they treat those who can do nothing for them. The greatest jihad is to battle your own soul, to fight the evil within yourself. One who seeks advice is not weak, rather, they are strong in their humility. A man's dignity is not in his possessions, but in his character and actions. The beauty of a person lies in their intellect, manners, and kindness. Be kind to others, even if they are unkind to you. Your kindness will be your shield. Be like a flower that gives its fragrance to even the hand that crushes it. Humility is the key to success. It opens doors that arrogance cannot. Wise people are not those who never make mistakes, but those who learn from their mistakes and do not repeat them. Knowledge is a treasure, but practice is the key to it. Be humble when you are victorious, and gracious when you are defeated. The best way to improve yourself is to be in the company of those who are better than you. Do not speak of your virtues. Let others speak of them for you. A true leader is one who leads by example, not by force. The greatest strength is to control oneself in moments of anger. The hardest person to control is oneself. Master self-control, and you have mastered the world. A good deed done in silence is better than 1,000 words of praise. Do not let the opinions of others define you. You know yourself better than anyone else. The world is a prison for the believer and a paradise for the unbeliever. Forgive others, not because they deserve forgiveness, but because you deserve peace. Your words have power. Use them wisely. A person's true beauty lies in their character, not in their physical appearance. Fear Allah, and you will have no